back at it. Here we are, round number 2. We have an upset from FaZe and a ridiculous performance from Electronic. 2 unknown quantities coming into Nuke, a map where NaVi have had some losses as of late. Launders, let's get this one ready.
Let's get it going, man. We didn't get to see what FaZe did, but we did see 2016 Coldzera, 2015 Olaf Meister. Those are 2 sights for sore eyes. I hope that they can pick it up again, and I hope that Electronic can even be a shell of what he was in that last map. Anything near that, and we'll have an explosive second round here at Blast Copenhagen 2019.
Already with the vent dives. Already Nico trying to find some footing outdoors. But we've got what could be the old ramp split. This is weird. It's going to put pressure on the Hell player to come help ramp, but that could open up a huge door for the boys outdoors. Still, now frags. Wow! Out of nowhere. Lobby crunch from Boomich. I mean, all the while FaZe are setting up, NaVi read it like a book.
Yeah, they'll learn the aggression there from Liquid in that last game. Didn't turn it off here on the CT side, push through. That was a nice 2-piece at the end from Boomich. I mean, that goes unnoticed just how quickly it happened, but that clean adjustment on the 2-star players from the last map. NaVi start out 1-0, hot like they did, versus Liquid on Dust 2, but new map, new team. It's a much more strategical map, too. I think the Krieg coming into play on Dust 2 just emphasize just how strong those guns are right now, but Nuke is more of a map where you can get shot in the side of the head, and I hope to see that happen more often. Hope to see you kind of positioning B-King over your mechanical prowess. So now what will we have? We've got Glocks on top of silos. Very long range, but a good watchtower. They have a lot of information that they can gather, but so do NaVi. Boomich with the noob tube pushing through the hut, looking for some frags inside the lobby. He's gone as far as it seems like he'll go, though.
Doesn't need to go much further at this point, just chilling. He's got support from the back doors. Simple gonna come take up Gander. The 2 Ts who just fell off silo may have well dodged this M4, but they are still gonna line up for him. He's got confirmation to Guardian, of course, that these players are near, but he takes some damage. Simple down to 7. He's gonna get bailed out by who other? Electronic. A second kill off that MP9, starting to rack up some bank. Brokey answers with something, but not much more. However, the M4s hit the dirt. We've got a little bit of a cost stacked up. Nico pinned down, 1 HP. This one's over. NaVi 2-0 start.
Yeah, not bad. Majority alive is the most important thing. They get the 3 people up there. They play the round out slowly, which is good to see as well. They're constantly thinking, and they worked hard for the 2 kills they got, but they got them. Nico seems to be fully focused. He is chatting up a storm right now. We're now into round 3, and the SIGs are out, Connor. The SIGs are out.
As they always are, it seems.
We don't get an upgrade for Boomich. He's going to keep on the... Oh, it's actually Electronics also only got himself a MP9, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, they're pushing this advantage. Let's see if they can take this bonus round as well. Good nade damage to help with that MP9 spray. Only needs 1 bullet, basically, to get the frag. Gun is irretrievable, but he falls back to a very safe position. His opponent's none the wiser. Guardian watching the cross outside. The head is spotted, but it's Nico's. And Nico wanted that peek to come through. He wins the duel with the SD straight up. Not this first time that has happened to Guardian today. Op is definitely not a safety net anymore.
What a creepy crawler.
Yeah.
Electronic, don't do it to him like this.
That's a battle of patience. Electronic has way less information, so he might be more inclined to peek, but at the same time, he's playing with a very scary angle. Oh, yeah. Nico, just too quick on the reactions.
He's got that right peek. Simple shoulder to shoulder here with Boomich, boosting away back up. Trying to keep eyes outdoors, but there's no one currently on it. Nico's going to play around with this free space, tries to skewer anyone who might be in mini. And he's been given a lot of room to work.
Wrapping outside here. We've got a lot of coverage from the Ts, and there's information plays answered back here as Flamey goes into hell, takes control of the situation. Nico, who opened up the back of heaven, now goes down, and they haven't traded him, nor do they know where he's gone to. They can all kind of rest in their positions. Simple's got a great spot to sit and watch heaven. Ts have to be creative about how they approach. Rocky here is going to make noise in the hut, but they have hut control as well. Or in mini, excuse me. But the cross does about half the damage necessary to get the kill. Brocky takes him out. Now it's just Flamey, who they saw at Hell recently. Where is he now? Just on top of them assuming that it's going to be an upper hit. Olofmeister comes flying up. Oh my god, they had no bomb. They couldn't plant. They had no time to win the round. They lose to time.
What? The best situation we've seen them yet. Yikes.
I didn't even realize at that point that they were just
seemed so calm and collected.
Yeah, don't even know at what point the bomb was gone. So that's like a bit of a blunder. No sense in that happening twice. But wow, yeah. I guess, you know, you look at it, they did really take their time kind of combing outside, wrapping, looking for trades, and NaVi did a good job of pushing them back and slowing those trades down. But nonetheless, we've got now NaVi into round 4. 3 rounds up so far. Good nade damage dealt. FaZe have 2 Deagles to their name, so it's kind of a mixed buy. A lot more damage done to Olofmeister. Flamey looks to just be on point with this SG. Kind of struggled on the last map. Seems to be struggling less here. Spray goes awry there for Rain. Needed to lock that down. And now it's just 3 up for FaZe.
Oh, another crisp headshot. Flamey cutting him down. No response as of yet. Nico almost gets him as the mag goes dry, but this is just a good 3K from Flamey. And I feel like this is one of those iconic spots from Flamey. I would contrast ramp on nuke to like overpass B site as well, where sometimes he is just such a solid rock on the defense that you cannot get by for free.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, look at like headshot on overpass, one of his most infamous positions. He loves spots like that, which is an absolute tank from those positions. So now in the 2v4, we'll see what happens. We've got 2 players hold up and squeaky. Boomich kind of gets spotted and can't really fall back too easily. Gets peppered down, but not taken out completely, and that leaves Nico alone. He's very precise and very careful with the amount of ammo he uses. Takes 1 player out. Flamey's low. Boomich again has been kind of rattled down. He's low HP, but Guardian's watching the vent drop, and that's it. Another easy round, basically, for NaVi. It comes down to Flamey at the ramp holding him off, and it's kind of weird how dry those aim duels were. They were just open. They had open line of sight in the ramp, and he's got a lot of time to work too. You know, Rain misses kind of an easy spray. He actually just needed 1 bullet. So if he was a bit more patient or didn't crouch or didn't commit so hard to that spray, he probably could have had an easier time just getting that kill. But I guess because it was a mixed buy, they didn't mind just putting all their eggs in that basket of just like, hey, if we got a dry aim duel, we're going to go ahead and take it. But now we're back on pistols for FaZe Clan fully.
Sure enough, they'll have some tidbits of utility here, but nothing that should really rock their world. NaVi ready. Simple. Gonna get down the vent preemptively before FaZe Clan can. We're gonna take a breather here, FaZe. Hoping for someone to overface. These Deagles could get dirty.
Yeah, they've got a pretty decent amount of utility as well. Boomich back again.
Oh, there it is.
On the depth collector, but he gets killed. That's a quick 1D and a great flash on Guardian.
Yep, hits
straight through
twice.
the roof.
Guardian's inside of the smoke, wounded and bleeding in the back of the bomb site, but still he finds some timing, knocks down the bomb carrier. And still, this A site started to fall. We've got T's feet all over it. coldzera inside of the hut, the last man to fumble. 5-0 for NaVi, straight out the gate. And they're feeling good. Flamey 10-1. I mean, we look to Electronic to maybe try and replicate his performance from Dust 2. Nuke, a whole new beast. But again, that B ramp hold from Flamey really kicked this off. And if he can continue to succeed here, that was a hell of a rotation into the A site.
Yeah.
Just making mincemeat of the pistols, of course. But still, the fact that they got those Deagle kills, the Guardian almost dies, that could have very well put FaZe Clan in a post plant.
Yeah.
But keeping them strapped for cash, despite them coming in with a full buy here in the 6th.
Yeah, super fast. After watching these rounds, I'm kind of wondering how FaZe just kind of dumpstered Astralis in that last map. Obviously, we're casting at the same time, but you know, it could go to show how well NaVi played, considering it was 16-14 versus Liquid, but it was against all odds in the sense that they have like a long history of losing to Liquid on Dust 2. Of
course.
So although that match was close, that might just show more about why NaVi are actually in great form right now. But still, it seems like there's very clear reasons why FaZe are tossing these rounds away. Like the one time they ran out of, they couldn't trade out Flamey, even though they had lots of time to kill when it came to trying to trade him out. And then on the previous round, on the rifle round, which is even more important, they ran out of time and lost themselves. So a couple of undignified ways to go out, and oh, a great peek from Olofmeister. The door blown off the hinges to allow him to get line of sight in a mini. He takes that frag. happily. Electronics gone. Now I guess they just want to chill. They got that really, really early. Seems like some outside presence might come into play. One thing that we love that we saw from Heroic in that final on Nuke was just how many looks they had on outside.
Yeah,
whether
so
or not
variations.
they used it, which was the key thing.
Here we have an alternative wall of smoke. Simple will sit inside it. Guardian fumigates with him. And what do we have from FaZe Clan? They may walk through that third smoke. The garage door blocked off, and just as it fades, they get inside. Guardian never saw it coming. They may even predict Simple trying to play around the other, but he tucks himself into Mini. As long as Boomich can lock down lobby for him, maybe he just has to stave off this outer hit. Boomich is actually going to get curious going into lobby himself, but so many players tucked into their hidey holes. We have a T and Squeaky behind Simple. He will be faced here and now. Nico, hard clearing the corner, has the advantage, sees the shoulder, takes himself the head, just as Boomich wins the duel inside of lobby. Or no, that's outdoors. Olaf's still in position, almost easily picks him up, but 24 HP.
Time is ticking down. Okay, they're actually getting the bomb down. Yeah, that's good. Definitely interesting development. Lots of damage done. Brocky shot in the back. Boomich and Flamey, 2v3. Where are our retake spots, though? I mean, he's all the way in spawn. They've just, Boomich has given up completely. Olaf trying to hunt him down.
So wild that Boomich somehow gets himself not only past Olaf, who's sitting inside of Squeaky Door, but also past Brokey, who's watching ramp. You know, Boomich just slips through the hut, up the ladder he goes. Sure, he shaves one off outdoors, but imagine what he could have done for Simple had he locked down lobby instead. Not where he found his success. So, speaking of success, FaZe Clan on the board. Took 6 rounds, but a 5-1 indeed. Oh, Boomich even gonna cut down the numbers at least by 1.
Yeah, that helps.
17 health left on these CTs. Those 2 guns are gonna help.
Yes, and there's not that much money. I mean, they're almost buying like it's Nico. They luckily saved those 2 guns so the 2 players who are too low to buy for themselves can get the support of their teammates. But yeah, so they use these smokes outside to make it seem like obviously they could go secret, but instead they just jock for position in big garage and then from there wait and get the kills after Olaf opens up the round. So that's a nice route that they can take to success that they could probably try again. Something to do with outside, something to do with an aggressive option, potentially out of Squeaky. Simple actually gets behind a really, really effective Molotov. This kind of destroys his line of sight on Squeaky. They're probably a bit concerned about it. Great flash as well. FaZe are throwing all kinds of distractions here. I can kind of smell another round brewing at this point. You can see how it would look like FaZe are kind of hard to read at the moment. And they're being smart about kind of how little utility they use all along the way. They've still got lots left over, the Molotovs, the smokes and flashes.
Same smoke wall that last round had 3 players outside it. This time it is just Rain on his own, and he gets that backstab on Electronic. A good pinch into the A site. Nico looks to come down onto Boomich, who feels himself peeled in so many directions, but there he has it caught as he tries to jump back and ramp peek from Flamey's punish. Brokey, good cover to enable FaZe Clan to go as they please, but they walk right into Simple. Whoa, bomb's still right here. He could cut them off.
Oh my god.
This would take some sort of heroic spot, a first clean shot. 2 players, however, already up the ladder, and that's going to be so difficult for him to move past. He dances on the doorstep of death with this heaven ladder. And Brokey puts him down.
Yeah.
2nd round from FaZe in a row.
They do it, yeah. They put it back to back. They won that last round with 1 player alive. Super important, and they do put together the 2 in a row. And what's really cool is also that you could see throughout the round, like FaZe seemed more cohesive, and then the way they worked outside, they got a lot done by using very little utility, which I think is a key factor. So I can kind of see now how they can actually put together a good half. NaVi were put into a very uncomfortable spot where they're giving up slight bits of map control kind of incrementally throughout the round, to a point where they're suddenly turning around and getting shot in the back. That's exactly what you want on Nuke, and this is the kind of map that allows for plays like that to happen. Lots of good damage dealt outside here on the cross. coldzera is low. Brocky has been tagged, but it is just pistols for NaVi, so we'll see what more they can get out of it.
Ooh, hello, hello. Simple slips him the D real quick, and Olaf's going to punish that one. Boomich has gotten himself above them all too often, so very wary of it. FaZe Clan shut him down. But look at the damage here for coldzera. Remember, this was just USPs and a couple of Deegs. They know there's someone out here. Electronic stuck in a hard spot, but a double peek. A distraction serve from the heavens puts the man advantage back into the hands of NaVi. And if they go down secret stairs shoulder to shoulder, there is a trap in position, and Electronic almost cuts one off. Simple first Deeg, can't get himself a second. 2 versus 2 regardless, 35 seconds. Flamey already on this bomb site, and Guardian flirts with the idea of coming down vent, but coldzera could sniff him out. The door towards site swung open. Bomb peels back off. He's right above, and that's such little health. How do you get past? How do you get out here? They're just going to have to try and pummel their way through, which they will. Flamey, hot on their heels, but slowly creeps. And of course, coldzera holds it already.
The amount that they've rocked this back and forth. Flamey, he's got to die. Oh my God, he can't put it together. Of course the Deagle's going to do that to you.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew where he was. He's coming to the ladder, but that's going to happen. But the thing that is always going to be worrying, it feels like in these rounds with FaZe, is the amount that they rock it back and forth as soon as something goes wrong.
Sure.
They keep running back into CTs that are waiting for them to go to the other site. It's like free presence.
Yep.
And then sometimes they're actually running close to running out of time because they've rocked it back and forth so many times. So I don't know if it's the read, that they have on the round, the confidence they have in the site they're going to, but they've got to strike some balance between how much time is left and if they want to commit to a site that they're at. Because if they have 10 seconds left and they switch sites, now you don't have time to clear angles. Now if the other team gets a kill and you had a bad gamble, you're going to lose and look really stupid. So at least if you stick together and you're going to the wrong site, quote unquote, then you give yourself time to trade and clear angles meticulously.
Yeah, you saw it when they tried to extend outside of Garage, put Electronic in a great spot to cut one down. Then they apply a bit of pressure on secret stairs. Simple shaves one off. Open the B doors, back through vents. There was so many elements of a fake.
It feels
these
like
minute little fakes.
It feels like they're mid-rounding until there's 20 seconds left.
Sure enough, but here we go. A site, full commitment from the back of the site and from vent. Simple flies upwards and cuts down 3.
Oh my God.
NaVi using that gun round with a multi-kill from Simple to keep them at the 2-1 advantage. 6-3 over FaZe, who now find themselves having to bottom out the bank accounts to come in with another buy.
Oh, look how vocal Simple's being. You can see he's feeling it right now. This is beautiful. He uses almost all his ammo. I think it feels like he came down. Yeah, his last 10 bullets there, he got 3 kills. He was so efficient in that 3K. That's beautiful stuff. FaZe tried to change it up, go for a curveball, come through with a fast round. NaVi know it's bound to happen, right? Every team's going to do this every once in a while just to make sure that the CTs stay honest. Now they're actually going back-to-back upper rounds. That's a bad smoke in a mini. I don't know if it was a Molotov that put it off a little bit, but it's allowed that mini player to have an advantage on catching the cross. More options.
They still get by. And an XM1014 that could let him down. Boomich push from both sides. Electronic does get his eyes into the site, but his eyes popped by Olaf. Highest rated player for FaZe on not just the opening map, but Nuke as well. You want multi-kills from Simple? Well, there's one from Olaf.
Wow.
Back-to-back 3Ks on that A site. FaZe Clan cut the lead to 2.
And in terms of conditioning, like the reason why you're going to see a team throw out that fast play every once in a while is just so that the CTs have to throw grenades at the beginning of the round. Otherwise, why would you waste grenades if you know the other team's not going to make you? But in this situation, they actually do it 2 back-to-back rounds when the first time fails miserably. So that's really, really sick that they're able to pull that off. And now they put NaVi in a position where they have to save.
Big time. I just tried to stress the bank of FaZe. That was their last buy. It was all in. They would have found themselves in this situation had they not picked up. And I thought an all-out clash to the A site was absurd, but they make it work. And this time, head towards ramp. Boomich, an easy victim. Simple will sneak round the lobby.
If I'm on NaVi, I'm saying, listen, if we just make them delay long enough, we can make them lose to themselves.
Oh, dude, nobody expects this. Does Simple have the discipline to hold off? Is he able to check Brokey? Doesn't see anybody else, but there's the barrel of the gun. Whoa. Dangerous damage done a bit more further, but Olaf still holds control of the lobby and very well may rein back the ramp players. Call this A split perhaps. Is B stacked, they ask themselves.
Listen, they're 4v3, but they have been extremely indecisive to the point that I could see them stringing this round out to the last few moments. If NaVi play this correctly, delay long enough, FaZe are going to be scared. Yeah, they only lost one player so far, but their indecision has haunted them in the past. We'll see. Flamey now is getting walked above. It's a kill. Oh, the trade comes in lower. That's the important one.
Big time.
And they'll at least get the bomb down now.
Easy plant with Guardian nullified. That smoke prevents him from doing anything about bomb. So the question will be, how much further damage? If any at all. It'd be really good for FaZe Clan on this T side where they're about to tie in rounds. Start racking up that cash, but oh no, the pistol betrays Guardian. Silencer comes around the door. Electronic also sent packing FaZe within one.
Yeah, I mean, your gun model is going to stick out with the USPS. You also get an extra bullet if you go ahead and use the P2K, so that's a pretty good P2K commercial. You have the advantage, obviously, of being silenced and sometimes not attracting the attention of the person who wants to trade.
Sure.
But an extra bullet could be an extra kill.
It's really the style point.
And it's Guardian. He uses the P2K like a lot.
Master.
Yeah, he loves the P2K. All right, well, we're here 6-5, and it's round 12. Very tight race so far. I don't think we expected anything less, to be honest, based on the form that we've seen from the first two matches of the day. It feels like these might be the front runners of the tournament at this point.
Which is a wild thing to think, seeing as we had NaVi fall flat last weekend and FaZe was kind of been impactless for a little while now, but it's a new weekend of Counter-Strike, Launders.
Yeah, and things go week to week. You know, form it feels like it's very fickle for all teams at all levels, for the most part, apart from like one or two for whatever their era is. Everything else, there's a lot of parity, and obviously, if you're losing a lot, you're going to be changing a lot of things constantly. And it seems like maybe FaZe have started to figure out something that works. So now we're going to have those same outside smokes, kind of this deep cluster of smokes that allowed them to get in the big rush. This time, they're going to use them for secret. Kind of finally, they're going to use them for secret.
The creep and crawl has worked so far. Down they'll go. CT's nowhere to be found at the moment. B retake, never a walk in the park either, Mohan.
No, not at all. No, for sure. Are there any rotations? Where are there's no one in
There's
lower?
no one down here. When Electronic finally sees something outside, his head ripped clean off.
Yeah.
So
you can see why FaZe are moving slowly. They have every reason in the world to, because they haven't seen a CT yet. There's no kill, and there's no one in the site. They're probably scratching their heads. Why haven't NaVi made a single information player rotated? That's really strange. I mean, they cut noise outside, but everyone does.
Sure.
You know, you throw your smokes and then you cross lower by walking. That's normal. But if you're NaVi, you have to have things in position to be able to deal with that in case that happens, because you're not going to have an auditory cue. Either somebody in secret, somebody watching across the smokes. They didn't spam. They didn't do damage. No grenades. No one sitting in secret. No one dropping lower from ramp.
No ramp watching door cross.
No one from heaven rotating the ramp to cover the ramp out to lower. Nothing. They had nothing.
It's almost like they tried to call
This is an
FaZe's
iBuyPower
bluff.
throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, they won't go B.
Could they be lower? Maybe.
So a wacky round that will still net FaZe another to the board. 6-6. That's not the way you'd think this match would get all tied.
No, there's definitely been some strange rounds this game, but it feels like FaZe are kind of evening up their luck with how unlucky they've been with some of the rounds, how weird they were played, and when they lost and when they should have won. But yeah, all tied up. A couple rounds here left in the half. I mean, yeah, specifically. The op is in play for Guardian. There's no op in play for FaZe Clan. Do they want to turn up the tempo? Got some attention out to both Squeaky and Hut. Guardian will shut down Nico immediately. They have been pretty good at getting that kill. So that's a good scalp to find if you're a fan of the defense.
Dips out of ramp real quick. Good bit of pressure applied. Flamey now resides down on B. Electronic slips into Mini, so he won't be spotted by the silo player who would hope to find a head. We do have two players now from NaVi on this B side itself. Outer offered over. Guardian's scope hones in outside.
Chilling is totally fine. They've got enough grenades to use. We're crossing the minute mark, so we maybe want to try to make a move. can be a big map, especially if you go outside, right? That's when you really increase the amount of time it's going to take you to get to your bomb plant zone. Here, they are now starting to cross. 45 seconds on the clock. FaZe have made a move. We'll see what the response is from NaVi. Last round, after something similar to this, they didn't have an appropriate reaction, so you can see why FaZe want to go back to it.
Now we've seen FaZe walk downstairs from this. Oh, Electronic burned out. Rain now splits in through Mini. We have 2 CTs on the bomb site, hiding behind the silos. Will Boomich go unchecked? He's going to swing on coldzera as he hears those footsteps. Bomb thrown to the dirt with 15 seconds. They have to recuperate, and they will be able to get their hands back on it. But Flamey can get into the mix without them seeing this. And he does get out at least from Vent. Olaf holds it, down he goes. And it's 42 HP versus 43. The new kid on the block drop. Flamey takes the clutch, and NaVi take back their lead.
After kind of awkwardly bumping around up the ladder, you think, all right, well, he's probably going to lose this, and it's probably not going to be pretty. But instead, it's not so pretty for FaZe. That was a drop spray by Olaf. You can see, I mean, he's kind of, you know, he's not expecting to lose that fight, but you can see how he can, obviously. He just basically has to hit it. He has the angle, he knows exactly when the peak is coming, but Olaf still doesn't do enough damage, so both of them obviously had a chance. Baraki went awry with the spray as well. That's kind of unfortunate, I guess. NaVi pick up that round. After FaZe, tactically speaking, were much more impressive.
Yeah.
Kind of, they took a long time, but they wrapped outside. They got into the upstairs site with 18 seconds, I think, left to spare. There was a double setup with Guardian and Boomich on the back of the silo. They eventually figure out the trades, and you know, from the point that they actually enter the site, which was late in the round, they kind of move things along quickly and they actually get the bomb down in time. So, but still, you know, 1v2s are going to happen. Clutches definitely win matches, even best of threes in some cases. And so now we're about to try to wrap up this half. Simple is leading an ADR. I believe it's Flamey who's next in line. It's like 100 to 90, something like that. And for FaZe Clan,
we got Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf. Yeah,
as expected.
Back to back.
Playing good CS as of late. But here we go, back into the action. That was a quick tack called. Talk things over, smooth things out. That's the hope. Outside again, not contested. We've seen the CTs flutter away from playing red box. Electronic back again towards garage. Set of smoke set down. But there's still room to fight here. They could very well expect him to be in this position because of the fire behind, but still he picks up the win. And now Nico, blocked off by smoke, wraps round blue, and ooh, drops the Opper. He could double back. Electronic still danger close, but it's simple for Mini to best him, and Flamey hides. Oh, 3 Ts start to trickle down, but he doesn't get anything for his efforts, just damage done. They will get their footing on this bomb site. Boomich flies past the flames and then only gets himself a single kill. Simple tucked away with doors closed. And coldzera has to ask himself, does he look towards bomb or go on for the duel, which he wins? And Electronic, a lights out performance on Dust 2, can do nothing in the 14th round. 7 apiece as FaZe keep this as close as can be.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, it's really hard to break that down because it's like hard to point to the exact kill that was the most important when it happens on both sides. Like, even in that moment where Simple, if he swings that door open, he probably finds that trade. If he doesn't sit there and get mollied out of position, then he's probably going to be able to win the round for his team. Then there's Flamey who's sitting on the ramp who does like enough damage to get 2 players within 1 bullet but not get a kill. And they don't even clear him from that spot, so you think for sure he's going to make that a 2K, if not 3. And yeah, all those things are incredibly important to factor in, but there's not much to say about it from kind of an analytical perspective. It's just basically flubs, weird positioning, and awkward timing. But that has kind of characterized a lot of the rounds in this half, so maybe that's fitting. Maybe that's fitting. It's not the best buy in the world here for NaVi, but they're going to have to take what they can get. It's the last round of the half. They've got a CZ 5.7, or 2 5.7s, an MP9, and the best gun on their side, the silenced M4.
Ye old A1S. Playing close. In fact, they're really pressuring this lobby. They go for the push. They go for the crunch. Brokey gets broken in half. Boomich. Good damage. Slightly more done to Nico, but can't pick up the frag. Rain creeps and crawls through Garage. We do have Electronic just to his left. Yep, spotted and cleared. Now Flamey could go in for the peek, but his target is gone. Rain back into the cover. Simple lurks lower. There's the cross, the Krieg. Picks that one up easily. However, there is still Rain to deal with.
Trying to disallow the cross back. Rain will try to throw this kind of zoning Molotov to help out his teammates. Actually going to do a lot, but they've got upper site fortified. It just depends on how FaZe Clan read this now. Simple and lower is also a big problem, so crunching upper might not be the worst idea, but Flame making it a man advantage situation for the CTs will make it weird, and time is ticking low, but coldzera gets the two-piece on the upper site. Well, bomb will go down just in time, and Simple's got one hell of an awkward rotation to get back and win this round.
I gotta say, man, FaZe really taking it down to the wire at times this half. Simple, what have you got? Hoping there is a kit on bomb site for him. He's just gonna have to fly out the vent. coldzera's back turned to it. Nico as well will get the peek, and just like that, FaZe Clan take an edge at the end of the first half. When we saw that 5-0 start, it looked like a calamity, but no catastrophe as of yet. We will be back with the second half, of course, here on Nuke. A map that's as close as could be.
I have no idea. It's such a weird thing because I didn't imagine I get to do this, and then suddenly when I started doing it full time, it was all quite sudden. I'm almost in the moment at the moment and not even thinking about the future. I keep emphasizing I'm a nice person, which might mean I'm not.
Everyone, I'm stood here with Twister, the coach from Ents, and I've got Little from FaZe.
And what I've just discovered is these two used to play together in 1.6. Do you think you can beat these guys today?
Who?
Oh, well, there you have it. It's going to be a fiery one, so let's head in back to the desk.
Thank you so much. You made my job so easy. Thank you. Good luck, guys. Thank you.
No.
We'll head it back to the desk. I said send, it's fine.
Sometimes it will be, I've had a week to prepare and I've got my notes. Sometimes I actually need to refresh. So I'm always looking at interviews and just trying to find out what the players have been saying, because sometimes that's quite useful to kind of call back to when I'm doing interviews. Standings, I'll look at their map pools and things like that. So it's general prep and also catching up with the talent when they land, because one of the best things about Blast is the talent you get to work with are just so much fun, and it's always such a pleasure to see them. So, for example, like, I'm always looking forward to seeing Potter.
I'm really bad at this.
Yes, welcome back. What's good, gamers? We are as close as could be here in round number 2. And Launders, we've been given gifts today. Not only did we have the closest first round, but again in the second one, neck and neck between what was a big upset on FaZe's first map and a performance from Electronic that he hasn't really replicated, but no need be. Flamey and Simple, 15 frags apiece.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a hard performance to try to replicate, right? And Flamey making up for his ground in that first map is also a good sign for NaVi. I don't know how the second half is going to go. We saw a mixed bag from FaZe, in my opinion. We saw really good rounds, really intricate rounds that required a lot of kind of good communication and cohesion, and they pulled those off. And then some that kind of fell flat on their face, where they ran out of time and looked kind of foolish in moments. And so I don't know what to expect. And but it does feel like they're controlling the game in that sense. Like, if they're playing at their peak, kind of strategically, they should be winning these rounds. But now we move into a side where NaVi can kind of dictate the tempo and pace here on T side. If
anything tells us anything, NaVi, in terms of dictating pace, we're just playing all-out Counter-Strike on Dust 2. Pedal to the metal. Will they throw that caution to the wind here on Nuke is what we're about to find out. Second pistol live, and there's utility on the T side. NaVi, 2 smokes, double flash, the frag already thrown. They are putting smokes down on this A site, trying to cover what is supposed to be that vent drop, but when in reality, they will push over towards this ramp, and there's 3 counter-terrorists ready to hold them. Olaf, tucked into the corner, has help from hell, but NiKo can't get anything done. Rain, he comes in from the back, the CZ betrays him. Sure, he softens up some players, but still there's no response in terms of frags. And that bomb could pressure the site now. Simple swings out, Brokey pinned behind boxes, swarmed by T's and cleared. But at least NiKo gets something here. Look at the HP for NaVi. Near non-existent, and yet they'll still plant. Simple knows that Rain's close. And the P250, a beast. NiKo's gonna come down and pinch Simple. The retake on. This is the kit wielder at the current moment, and he's red. Simple knows he's between 2, trying to get separate duels, trying to cut the 1v1s. He's done it, and then he's traded back. Boomich, meanwhile, he sits closer towards bomb, and coldzera lingers on from ramp, but the bomb's so far ticked.
They leave it.
It's out.
Yeah, that's it. He's just trying to save what he has. They've got like a kid and a smoke even, but they can't do it with the amount of time left over. That was Simple, delaying for a long time. Man, there was a couple of things that just went so badly for FaZe. One of those was just a mechanical failure from Rain. He had an opportunity to get a kill. He decided to play it patiently, and he did some damage and he didn't die. But that could have been a very, very important kill that he got, that he dropped, and he was dropped a CZ in that round.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't even know if someone dropped it for him or he bought it. But either way, you know, specifically looking to like lock down 1 kill guaranteed. That's the strategy in buying that pistol specifically. And then there is the fact that nobody spots Simple crossing outside, and he's the reason that Brocky can't even be comfortable in his spot trying to hold against ramp. Simple opens the control side. No, none of his teammates told him that that was possible.
Nope. Ooh, but Rain, maybe looking to rein it back, will drop Simple as door is blown open. They pressured that vent immediately, and you don't need to play too hyper-aggressive here. The advantage in terms of guns is huge. A Scout and an MP9. Plus Deegs, and a couple of flashes still to remain, but a smoke towards Squeaky Door could have NaVi change course towards ramp. Holds, hits the headshot, doesn't get the kill. Guardian's one of the 2 Kriegs in play. coldzera, oh damn, given the chance at a falling target, Flamey bested, and a 4 versus 2 from the force buy of FaZe. A heartbreaking pistol round loss. Maybe they recuperate this.
Yeah, they can land on their feet with this one. Rotations are in. It's 2 players lower. They're there and waiting. Brocky is just going to try to kite their attention, get a kill if he can, but more importantly, shoo them away. Push them back into the other CTs who are basically locking down the upper site. But now they just can't decide. They have no information to work with. There's just so much fog of war if you're a T that they're going to be pushed into a bad decision either way. Let's see what Brocky can do.
Now he's buying time for exactly that. Rain swings with his MP9 and follows suit. That is money in the bank. 3 kills off the SMG. Starts the party on hut, moves back down ramp as they just shovel NaVi into the dumpster. That's got to be a heartbreaker.
Yeah, well, so now I think we go into what will either be a force up or save from FaZe. From NaVi. They're just got Deagles. Yeah, they're buying. They're spending a lot of money. Yeah, they're going basically all in here. It's not a very good buy. Like in terms of like, I'm not seeing like a lot of depth to what they have. They've only got 1 smoke that's already left their hands, and a singular flashbang as well. They're basically attacking outside like spider monkeys, trying to maybe wrap quickly, but. Yeah, I think they just kind of snap-bought at the end of the round without talking too much about what they wanted to do, but that's a snapshot. Guardian sees Olaf for just a second, cleans his clock, and now looks for target number 2.
It's going to be NiKo. Not falling, but the spam shots through the wall. Rain skewers Flamey as well. And NiKo very wary of the potential pinch, but not meant to be. That scout still spotted. They know it's crossed towards Secret. Here comes Simple. He guns one down out of hut. Keep eyes on radar as bomb's been left back by Silo. So there's a minute left, plenty of time, but not as much HP. Everybody's taking damage.
Yeah.
Still a man advantage to the favor of FaZe.
Certainly could be anyone's game. Simple patrolling, camping out in the lobby, holding, making sure that the CTs are staying honest. They push through right to that body shot. There it is. NiKo's gone, 2v2.
That's just a drop kick.
Yeah, and now NaVi have opened up options. They pushed into Squeaky, which is actually allowing them to go lower if they want to. They could do it. I'm sure it's crossing their mind.
Doors are open. Vents to Rain. Oh, he's about to peek into Guardian, who sees it, but a little bit of aim punch offsets the crosshair. Simple still on site. 15 seconds remain. He is the bomb carrier, but he's going to have to hope that Guardian can cover. Now the player in main has just ruined the whole game. Brokey comes in, serves distraction, and just creates that chaos.
Yeah, yeah. So just because, you know, it does come down to the late round decision making there from Simple, I just wanted to point out that, like, he's going behind site, so he can't actually plant for his teammate. He also can't be saved by his teammate, which makes it an awkward fight. But he decided that they needed to kill Rain to get that bomb down, or he thought he could potentially bait him into peeking. So he took a small risk there. If he planted front silo, maybe Guardian could have covered him in mini. Rain couldn't fight, and that could have potentially been a better play, but for whatever reason, Simple thought he had an opportunity. So it was a pistol round, but it was one where they spent all their money. You're definitely expecting better results, but 3 kills could be considered that, I guess. If they got a bomb down, I'd say that's for sure like a decent round. But what we see now is just another round where they're basically saving on all players. Simple at least has a deagle for himself. We know how dangerous that can be. But FaZe look like they're kind of steadily figuring this half out. We'll see what happens, if they can put together another clean eco or not.
Yeah, I want to get into the full-fledged gun rounds. I want to see NaVi with the utility, with the smokes, because that was such a key piece of FaZe. T-side, hello, Nico. Coming up from Secret, popping heads, dropping bombs. Continuing on are his teammates, 4v2. Not only a gun disadvantage, but low HP for what remains of NaVi. Still, Simple, just
really working on this,
yeah.
I mean, the SG gets that kill 4 times in a row.
Ooh, there it is. Rain has had enough. Starting to come back into form. I mean, after that first half, he had himself a pretty low score. Sitting on like 8 frags, and now swapping to the defense, he's really kicked it up a notch. Getting right up there with the heavy hitters.
Again, reminiscent of that first map. Losing the second pistol, getting to play on their T side. But this is obviously a much harder map, so we'll see what NaVi can do. FaZe have 2 ops that need to be taken down before the round can be won, or just push one to save. Probably going to have one, something like outside, the other one ramp, I would imagine. Bomb looks like it's going to cross quickly.
This is the round that I hope to be convinced by the nuke play of either side here. You know, if FaZe are going to run away with this map, then let's see it in convincing fashion. But
they've been shut down information outside. So we've got fast lower presence from Electronic with the bomb as well. Nico's moving up by himself. This is the kind of rotation you need for sure. Super good on this angle. I'm sure he's happy to take this fight, but there's a lot of good players looking for him too.
Big dink. Flamey knows he needs to get out. Single lick of damage, but oh boy, Nico turns his back just as those Secret players continue to creep down.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like he has responsibility upstairs, but he's needed lower.
Right.
That patience actually paid off.
He calls it, his attention needs to be turned here, and they've slipped by. 2 players get over towards Decon. He sees their head.
Oh my God.
And he knows now. He may not know that there's a second member in position here, but he is just going to blow a hole in NaVi. And they only have this B site to play with. Done. Nico hears this from Simple as well, so easy second pickup. And Flamey, who was tagged early on, is all that remains. What looked like it was going to be a missed chance there from Nico actually turns back into his favor.
Yeah, and
that's a matter of timing.
There's timing involved. If you look at that for play from NaVi's perspective, like with X-Ray in mind from our perspective, they kind of did a good thing. Like when they got lower control, they did it fast, but then they sit patiently and wait until Nico starts doubting himself, and then he leaves his post, and that's exactly what they wanted. And they end up kind of trying to wrap around, and they were about 1 second away from actually getting into Decon unspotted. Now we did see that somebody else gets the kill on them once they get into the site, but maybe that guy doesn't get a kill if Nico doesn't tell them.
Sure enough.
That could have definitely been a communication frag.
Nice.
And yeah, Nico quite happy, obviously. That was a tense moment. It seemed like he wasn't comfortable with his teammates upstairs and maybe didn't trust them to watch Squeaky, but then on top of that had the responsibility of watching lower, and things like worked in the end. So that's kind of got to be a good feeling relieved And as you mentioned, you know, this is like a defining moment in this half, or was for you. Maybe it did feel like that for Nico as well.
So the pressure really starts to escalate. NaVi back on pistols will attempt to smash their way into the A site, but gunfire from above. Rain and coldzera cut down one apiece. The Vent player ready to hold back what could be the flood towards B. 3 Ts still remain, but all of which in lobby.
It's like when your teammates agree to rush a site and then just 3 people cancel. Yeah.
Guys, I thought we said rush A.
It really seemed like they were going to commit to that. They're now just kind of
I couldn't rush,
walking
dude.
around.
There's a Molotov.
Oh, I said I couldn't. I said I couldn't. Yeah. No, they're going to go over to ramp together. This could work as well, but
Oh, don't get collateral.
Rocky's, he's seeing leg. He likes leg.
Show me the skin. Skim down the T's. Shoulders spotted, bomb drop, double op. Blocking them apart, Olaf just denies them any footing. You may not cross. Get out, 5-point lead. Established here from FaZe, and a CT side that, you know, we were kind of scratching our heads. It was so back and forth on that T side. You know, FaZe clearly had some sort of a game plan coming in, the variation on their outer smokes. Like, it looked like they had some strats, they had some textbook CS, but there was also those, like, last-minute bomb plants, missed chances on time. So it looked rougher, but what NaVi have offered towards FaZe hasn't been enough to shake them.
No, for sure. And here's another defining round here. Which could be one of the last kind of healthy full buys.
Yeah.
Where NaVi are staring 14 rounds in the face. FaZe about to kind of just be so close to at least securing a point, if not just straight up winning the game. So flash comes out from BAHRAIN. Nico goes ahead and picks up the first player, ends up trying to shoot the same guy, the body that falls on top of him, and can't get that kill.
Yeah, it's raining men.
Yeah, but he's only interested in one. And now, it's kind of a reset. Everyone starts walking around again. What is the play? Electronic has the opportunity to wrap heaven. Something that you were always tempted to do. You want to do it. You just got to find the right time, and you've got to have the right distraction on some other choke point. In this circumstance, maybe it's going to be Mini. If the kill comes out, he can kind of activate.
And if coldzera is spotted beneath him, then for sure he starts moving forward, but Olaf tucks his head. And Electronic does best the heaven player now. Rain alone. Can he sustain control of this bomb? He's got a couple flashes, couldn't smoke himself off even if he wanted to, but Olaf just throws one up from Vent, and that does such a good job of denying Simple any footing in this round. 30 seconds still, and Electronic given the chance at a duel, but Rain just dances back and forth. Never fully exposed. And so now Electronic knows it all falls on him. Brokey from behind, FaZe Clan 14, and a CT side that seems unshakable.
Yeah, and that just makes you look at it. It's like if NaVi do well in the second half, then you start to doubt more the rounds that went badly for FaZe. But now that FaZe are doing really well in the second half, and you can see they're actually doing the same thing in the sense that they're able to deal the best with the confusion on the outside in the mid round.
Yep.
Even on the CT side, they're getting kills and shooting people on the side of the head. They're not losing their individuals just kind of frivolously. They're being really smart, and NaVi got into a whole bunch of very, very leverageable positions, like Electronic up in heaven waiting, and they had, you know, even coldzera was in danger, Rain was in danger at one point, but FaZe Clan seemed very comfortable in the midst of the chaos, so that's good. That's definitely a good sign. They are now on 14 rounds, and we'll decide what else to buy. They know that NaVi are going to be worse for wear, and they basically just got to decide, do NaVi have enough to buy fully, or do they have enough to buy at all? And if they do have like a 3 rifle buy, what's our setup going to be out the gate? Well, certainly you want to throw some preliminary nades just to make sure no choke points are rushed. And then after that, kind of try to abuse the ops.
Ooh, Nico lives inside these smokes. Simple. Ops not to go around the other side. Big double kill. All the while, Rain had already opened shop. BAHRAIN does get down Vent. He could try to recuperate the situation. Oh my god, he just throws himself out there, all in. Gets back bomb. Electronic catches Rain on the cross, but doesn't even hit him. Luckily, the upgrade from a MAC-10 to the Krieg gives BAHRAIN what he needs, a near equalizing kill. Still a 3v2 to the favor of FaZe with the double op in the mix, but oh no! Misses what would have been most certainly a guaranteed 15th round. And Boomich now plays mind games. He puts down the smoke, but doesn't leave towards B.
Yeah, somehow, I mean, he doesn't get this kill. That's going to be... Oh, there he is, walking through the smoke.
Shadow seen. Flick shot hit. All too easy.
Man, that play from Nico, he made him look so dumb. He jumped up on red, but if he had kind of heard it incorrectly or just didn't trust himself, most players are not going to jump up on top of red in that situation because they think there's going to be someone in the back that could shoot them. You know, you should be scared of that. But he had so much confidence in that play and then ends up hitting this nice spray transfer, and it makes them look stupid. But in reality, like, that's not a play that's easy to make, that's comfortable to make. That's like a really sick, like, confident play. And it's cool to see that work so well for him. And there it is, Brocky, the young man, on FaZe to get them to round, well, to a 15th point on round 24.
Just to think as well, we see Nico jump up on that red box, but remember, he kills Simple here in the back. Simple just moments ago was on the other side of the smoke, mini side at the beneath of Silo. Had he opted to push through that, Nico's the one who looks like a fool. He's the one that gets spinal tapped, and instead, he picks up 2 of the 3 players that move past. And that front man was so aggressively pushing towards Secret Stairs that the smoke obscured his vision, couldn't trade. 7 map points here. FaZe Clan about to start their Blast Copenhagen journey with a 2-0.
Yeah, it could be a 2-0, and that would be a total of 10 rounds taken off of FaZe.
Which makes them look really good.
It makes them look really good, yeah. They look awesome, just based on that stat alone. So, especially considering the caliber of competition. That's awesome. I mean, these are even like the 2 stronger teams. Like, you could have Cloud9 NIP, who are maybe on the lower end. These are kind of just like they're better. These are their harder matches, if you will. So really, really sick stuff so far. And here it is, what might be the last round of the game with FaZe on fire.
Double op in the mix. Nico tucks himself back behind his home box. Boomich ready for it, but Nico knows better. That cross so exposed. With a number of smokes for NaVi, 3. It's going to take at least a couple to cross. There they are. Can't go for the alternative variation. Here comes the secret peek from Nico. Electronics right on it. Oh, and the flash just a second off. Trying to claw back from the 4 versus 5. FaZe have arrived in Copenhagen. They are here to play. Smokes fade, and Simple happily takes one. Nico now in position. He's just going to lock this down, not unable to cross whatsoever, but he only gets himself 1. Still, the damage substantial. Rain decides to still sit up on that A site. Flamey's been cleared out from lobby, so it falls on the 2 players to cross on site, and Brokey gives them a bit of space to work. Simple, though. Ooh. No, he's the man that's close. Brokey toppled, and now that op's been swapped out. Coldzera comes behind Simple. Oh, sick angle. Great reposition. Simple's trying to keep them in the game. 3 frags for him. But the player's tucked, and Rain could seal it off.
Oh my God.
So damn close, but 5 health the difference. And NaVi keep this one rolling.
What a round from Simple, huh? I mean, he knocks the op out of heaven, first of all, then finds the op later in the round when they go lower. Just a beautiful 1D. And even takes out, yeah, again, a second opper. That's nuts. Positionally, was salient, knew exactly where every kill was going to come from when he set up for that op retake, or the ramp retaker, plus Rain even in lower, he gets cleared. Pretty scary for sure. Might be a flash in the pan though. NaVi have so much more to show on T side to come anywhere close to matching up to what FaZe have done here on CT.
At least they've got the money to get the ball rolling. But Nico, he's tucked behind red, and Olaf has a slight gap, and that's all he needs.
Doesn't even leave the ground.
Electronic gone. Nico will still get 1, but Guardian takes back 2. It costs him a lot of health, but still he's up. Simple caught from the lobby push, trying to find timing on these A players as they attempt to plug the holes made outdoors. 5 corpses on the floor, and still 5 stand tall. Rain, popped by Flamey. Back to the 2v2. Both Guardian and Coldzera low. Guardian not sure where to go, tucks beneath the silo and just watches the secret stairs. Him and Flamey hoping someone overfaces.
Outside. They need to try to pry their way into a site without getting killed and getting it killed. That 2v1 pretty necessary for a bomb plant. Brocky on patrol between these two angles. And now they have kind of made their presence known. Interesting, that door could swing open. Brocky is going to take a peek. Oh, Vico's there to get the kill, and the opshot comes in.
Brokey to the heavens, saving grace closes this round 2 matchup. NaVi coming in hot after Dust 2, kind of met by a surprise in FaZe's T side. I mean, it looks good. Yeah. There was the shaky bits, there were the questions, but there's bigger questions to ask, Launders, and that is how good are FaZe going to perform here? Because a 2-0 start puts them in what could be the finals.
Yeah, it definitely. I don't know. There's a lot of data, and they're playing the 2 hard matches right now. This is huge that they took kind of a 2-0 start in the first day. We know how powerful that can be at Blast in the past.